This old Snowbear trailer has seen better days. I think it needs a bit of a makeover. And with a snap of a finger, there she be. That looks a heck of a lot better. Yeah, she's in pretty rough shape, rusted out to the point where there's holes in it. Let's get her into the garage and start tearing it down. Now I had already inserted these wooden boards in the floor and had replaced plywood that was there, and they're numbered so that I can get them back into the same place. Use the sawzall to cut the bolts holding these side panels together. Get them off, get them out of the way. So yesterday I cut this out of the trailer. This is one of the original steel posts, and it measures 16 inches. So instead of measuring these and then making more cuts, what I'm doing is I'm setting this on here as a reference. Now, clamp these two pieces together, and the very edge of that is where I want to cut. That's my methodology anyway. So I got the first board in place, clamped to these new steel posts, and underneath there I've got a nut, about 3/16 of an inch spacer to get it up off the very bottom of that steel, as I'm pretty sure that if I leave that down there, that the bottom of that wood will rot faster than anywhere else. What I intend to do is leave this flush. Also going to attach my wood across here. Got to match drill these boards to those posts. I was trying to save weight, but I don't think I'm saving weight by sticking all the steel back in again. But what I came to the conclusion was, on these sides here, there is one location where I could put in a 2x4 and go wood. But these aren't the right size. And then you wouldn't have any support at the very rear of the trailer. So these are, these are designed for a 1x, and these are designed for a 2x. I could have bought more of those and welded them on, but it seemed to me more logical to replace these. So put that in there. Okay. The center post is just floating, and I want to make sure that it's at the same height as these, so I'm using the board. Here I'm cutting the pieces to go across the front. And trial fitting. pretty much all together here. And what I'm demonstrating there is that that post I cut out before. I'm going to reuse it there in the center, because the 8-foot section I had was only long enough, was only enough to make the 6 side posts. So now I took these side panels off, but I decided to finish the side uppers. But I want to reuse these steel pipes that are there, cap off the top. Now that that's all done, it's time to take it apart and get ready for painting. Take all the boards out, take all the upright steel posts out. Now it's time to flip it over. Not sure what this thing weighs, but it was a little tricky for me to get it up and over. Always fun hanging on to something that turns. Now that I got it flipped over, it's time to start the painting of the underbelly. I decided to brush on a rust paint product called Tremclad, and I'm using the brush because I think you get less waste from overspray. I think you can get the paint on a little thicker with one good coat, and you can get into a lot of cracks and crevices with the brush that I don't think you can achieve with a spray gun. And this product doesn't really spray all that well anyway. It is definitely better applied with a brush. And repeat the process. Go over upside down. I gotta flip it back over upright. This is actually a little easier to do because I can get a hold of the fender and get it up vertical. And of course repeat the process of painting the underside, paint all the top surfaces. And I don't know if you can see, but there's extra metal in there. The original frame pieces weren't in that great a shape, so we welded in some 2" by 2" angle iron. And with the frame all painted, of course we got to paint these uprights. The new steel posts, same product. And jumping forward, I skipped the process of showing the process of putting the exterior stain on all the boards. I know they're pressure treated and they say you don't have to, but what I read says every little bit helps. So I had half a gallon of stain kicking around, so I decided to use it. Well, I'm finally getting around to putting the finishing touches on my trailer today. And a couple of the missing links were these fasteners, self-tapping metal screws that I'm using to hold the wood in place. I needed washers. That was the hardest thing for me to find, was to get these washers, fender washers, large enough diameter and the right size hole in the center. So I use a Forstner bit that countersink the area where the fasteners will go in, and then this will be used. So the other finishing touch is this is the anchor bolts. I chose these simple eye bolts, and I haven't decided exactly where I'm going to put them, but I think I'm just going to put them here. One there, and one as far to the front, in the front corner as I can get. The width of the trailer is wide enough that even if these are standing here, you're not going to interfere with the 4-foot width. Now this shows the placement of the tie-down rings I put in here. And though they are there and they stick up, it's not bad because you can see that inside the wood there's a full 48 inches before you even get to the steel outer. So they're not going to interfere with any kind of lumber you want to put in here, which I don't carry much anyway. I'm usually carrying logs or stove wood or something like that. Anyway, here they are. There's one at the back. The other one's over there. And next thing is we'll load the quad in and see how the tie rings match up. I started rebuilding this trailer last fall when I bought 2 new sets of wheels. I actually had one as a spare and I bought another brand new one. New set of tires on there, and I also added this tongue jack with the wheel on it, which is awesome. Now you can raise it, lower it. You can have stuff in there loaded and you can move it around. And what I like about it is you can just push it wherever you want to go. Push is easy. Nice. So yeah, quad fits in there nice. Get your tie strap on here, down in the bottom, anchored nice and tight. Only got one in each corner just for demonstration purposes. There's the other one down here. Tie it up there. Nice and solid. I like it. I hope you have enjoyed watching this transformation as much as I enjoyed doing the work, making the style changes, and presenting it here. See you on the next one.